What are we doing, Fitz?
We're making an office. So what it's going to be is the desk you see here, like everything is going, there's going to be a giant power desk here.
Yeah.
Like almost the length of the room.
Yeah.
Similar sizing to this, except much longer. Myself and Garth will have our workstation set up behind that. And then this is where the magic will happen. So we're going to have similar style desk to the power desk. We'll just make a smaller one here. And then just 2 seats behind it, or 2 perching stools behind it. And go from there.
We got our Prince of Darkness Magma yellow, Napsy's green, and no, Staple grey, right? So we're going to paint above the line. So originally what we were going to do was paneling here, and that was either wood or we had fake brick, like polyester, not polyester brick, but a type of
fake bricks.
Faux brick, all on here, there, and actually over there. But it was just too expensive. It was like 2/3 of the budget, so obviously we weren't going to do that.
We also put this additive into the paint to make it smell nice.
Oh, it's phenomenal, yeah.
It's so fucking good.
We got our flooring, so we've gone for like musky grey flooring, and we're going to get ash timber for the desk. Finished ash. She's ash. It's hard to say ash.
Ash.
As an Irish person.
Hash.
S flooring.
You want an S desk?
You want the S? Grey
Okay.
S desk.
Time for time lapse. So this is just getting the painting done. The room had actually been like wallpapered before, so there was just random pieces of wallpaper peeling off. We did the classic thing of just painting over it a load of times and not actually fixing the cracks. For the flooring then, it was pretty simple, just a few hours of a job. Just put down, it's like grey laminate flooring, and yeah, enjoy. This is the building of the power desk, as we've started to call it. This is basically in one of my buddy's workshops, so just getting to use like better tools that I'd have, and it's just much better than working in the office as well, because the amount of dust that's accumulated from cutting and sanding is pretty crazy. How the desk is made, it's just a sheet of ply underneath, and then we have like solid timber planks. So you'll see just laying the timber planks out on the floor, basically going to clamp those planks together and glue them, then put a piece of plywood underneath, screw the plywood to that, and then that should keep the planks stuck together long enough for the glue to set. So you can see there's some gaps in between the boards. That's mainly just from like inconsistencies in the timber, and we weren't going to run them through like a planer thicknesser. So all we did was just took some sawdust, mixed it up with wood glue, and then just press it into gaps and then sand over it afterwards. The legs then were made of 50 by 50, kind of 3mm thick box iron. We're joking, just saying you could make like you can make jerk blocks out of the table. So you'll see there's just a bit of welding, bit of grinding, a bit of cutting, and some vibey lo-fi music. This is what the desk turned out to look like. So this is before painting, before the edges are leveled off and before it's sanded. So it's just the kind of last step before painting. And then this is the last piece. This is making the sign that will live behind the desk. You saw it there just previously. How basically started off, it's got the logo, put it up on a projector, projected that in my garage onto a sheet of plywood or MDF. Just traced around it with a pencil. Then after I traced around it, I just went with a black Sharpie and outlined everything. Basically trued everything up with a ruler, just a long straight edge. The Sharpie made it a lot easier to cut it out, so obviously pencil lines aren't ideal. So just kind of trace over those previous pencil lines, true them up, make sure they're all kind of parallel and level. And then the last piece of that, and the most laborious piece, was cutting it out with a jigsaw. So this is what the pieces come out looking like after you've primed them. Just use like a normal MDF primer. Reason for that is once you spray paint it black, like you can see here, you get a much better kind of gloss finish on it. So this is what the wall looked like before. Then this is what the wall looks like now or just afterwards. So I think it looks quite good. And then this is the finishing shot of the office on Sunday afternoon. Nice messy desks. And yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for watching.